Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at the jump in gold today. Gold ended up having a big up day. You can see during the night, gold had switched to an uptrend, was making higher highs and higher lows, and then towards the end of the London session just kind of chopped sideways, didn't really do a whole lot. And then going into the U.S. session, we had some news that kind of had gold jumping around a little bit. In fact, we actually triggered a bull flag that did not follow through very well. Now, it never went below the no-go zone, so this was never actually a failed bull flag, but really did not follow through well at all. This bar went up, triggered it, then we had this reversal doji bar, left this topping tail, closed near the bottom. Not really a good sign for things moving up, and then this bar opened here at the top and actually closed down here at the bottom. That's also a pretty negative bar. But again, never went below the stop on the triggered bull flag, but not very good follow through either. But enough to keep our bias still towards the upside, and especially with this bar. This bar opened at the bottom, closed at the top, closed above the 200 EMA. This is a big resistance area. You can see price tends to respect this. In fact, it popped above it this first time and closed down below it, pulled back down. But then we ended up closing above the 200. And again, that's a really bullish sign. Next bar followed through with really strong move to the upside also. We hit significantly overvalued on the 30-minute chart. Again, you know we hit significantly overvalued. That often we consolidate, pull back, or possibly even reverse. In this case, you can see right here we just consolidated. We put in this doji, set up the 30-minute bull flag, and then this was a really nice trigger bar here. This bar opened at the bottom, closed at the top, and then gold pushed up nicely off of that. So this was a good trigger bar. You want to see it, trigger it and then stay up here. You don't want to see this type of action like we had back here. This is really not very good price action for a triggered bull flag. But again, we were leaning to the bullish side on gold, and then especially once we broke above the 200 and stayed up here, definitely looking for long setups at that point. And this is what that looked like on the Unorenco chart. So right in here is when we had that bull flag triggered, and then we kind of had the pullback, and we moved up, and then we kind of pulled back a little bit more. And then everything lined up. We got our Trender Pro 2.0 bullish signal. MQ momentum, the fast and slow line had crossed above the zero line. All of our moving averages are in alignment. Price is above the cloud, above the smooth 50, 50 SMAs above the smooth 50, 34 above the 50 SMA, 18 EMA above the 34 EMA, and gold was looking bullish right there. So this was an aggressive entry just based off of the color change and the fact that we had that really bullish 30-minute bar. Got a nice push up there, had a little pullback, got a Trender Pro 2.0 signal right there. If you got out, you probably wouldn't have. I mean, this is just a trail stop failure, but another Trender Pro 2.0 signal, and for another really nice push to the upside in gold. And then gold just continued to drive higher. Right in here, this is where we went into the lunch session, and things got a little quiet. And once we got in here, this is also where we were hitting significantly overvalued on that 30-minute chart. Went into lunch section. Things compressed, we put in that doji, and then right in here is when we triggered that 30-minute bull flag off of that doji. And again, really nice entry. We had our fast line zero touch. This magenta arrow is indicating that the fast line on MQ momentum had pulled back to the zero line, and now we had plenty of room for momentum to accelerate our trade in the direction we wanted to go. So we got a nice push up right there. This was actually good for 4 targets or $400 per contract. Got the pullback, another Trender Pro 2.0 Renko signal right off the 18, good for $300 per contract. And now we were hitting significantly overvalued on the 30-minute chart again. Went into a little consolidation, didn't take either one of these signals actually, because again, we had touched significantly overvalued on the 30-minute chart, and I was looking for some consolidation. Didn't really get that much. I mean, consolidated a little bit right in here, but only for about 10 minutes or so. Wasn't a lot of consolidation, but gold was just really bullish. 30-minute chart was bullish. The Renko chart was bullish. Did go ahead and take one more entry right here off the 18 on the Trender Pro 2.0 signal. Good for another $200 per contract. We were, again, significantly overvalued. We were making divergence on MQ momentum. You could see that we actually were making higher highs as momentum was making lower highs. So this was telling us that we were running out of steam. Even though gold was very bullish, and again, we did have the Trender Pro 2.0 signal, but really weren't expecting a whole lot on this because, again, you can see on momentum, we were losing steam trading gold. But all in all, actually several really nice long setups and long trades on that jumping gold today.